And that's amazing. And like, you're 39, you're so like, you're handsome, you're jacked as fuck, you're rich as fuck, like you're living the dream. What would you tell like some of these? I talked to some of these guys, they're like, I'm 25, I'm old, my life is over. Like, what would you say to those guys?
You are like, man, this is what I would say. You don't even know, like, this is your grinding time, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like, this is the time when you fucking grind.
Yeah.
Okay? You want to, when you hit like 30s, okay, if you play your cards right in your 20s, you can get those 20-year-old, 21-year-old girls that you can't even, that wouldn't even pay attention to you at 25, because who the fuck are you at 25?
Yep.
Right? But you're like, your best years are going to be like, honestly, should be 30 to 40. I think. I mean, all the YOLO kids that, pop bottles at the club on a credit card in their 20s, waste of fucking time. Like, their rest of their life is downhill. They're like going to be like Uncle Rico. Mm-hmm. Like, stupid. Grind for in your 20s, right? Have a vision of what you want to be in your 30s. In fact, you should always be living. You should always be living, making decisions for the person that you're going to be 5 years from now, right? That's the decisions you should always be making in life. You should always be like here, I'm mailing every day. You should be like in an envelope and like, here's some cash, dude. Here's like, oh yeah, let's I'm gonna make you look good, and mailing this package of goodies to your future, addressing it to your future self for 5 years from now, and sending it every day. You should send a new package up forward 5 years from now, and then 5 years from now, you're gonna be every day. You'll be like, fucking open a package, like, oh shit, that's awesome, right? And every day is gonna be a fucking awesome day. But you got to be sealing up those packages and then mailing them to the future now. And so that's what you should be thinking. Like, in your 20s, think about how to make your 30s fucking rock. And that's going to be grinding it out right now. Get in the gym, get fucking ripped, get jacked, okay? Start building a business, right? Who cares if they live like a fucking pauper and live in your parents' basement for 10 years or 5 years while you're building your business? Sacrifice that so that when you're in your 30s, you're going to be rolling, be a millionaire, okay? Like, do all of those hard things now, especially when you got the energy, because I'll tell you, it starts to drop off after maybe 35 or so. You don't have quite as much energy or the motivation anymore. So do all that work now. Fuck World of Warcraft and playing stupid games.
Hey, John, I got a question for you, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's shaking, brother?
What's up, man?
Question for you. So do you think it's easier to make $1 million business than it is to get the perfect girl?
That's a good question. Yeah, I think it's a lot easier than to get the perfect girl.
I've said this before. I'm glad that you concur. Yeah. It is, man. And I see guys wasting way too much time on one-itis and chasing tail and pussy and stupid shit like that. And that becomes a lot easier once you get your money right. Like what John's talking about the well, pay fucking attention. He knows what he's talking about. The shit works. I do this stuff with private mortgages.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's so true. Because once you have that, I mean, you've got the power of selection, and that's key. Plus just even your own frame changes, right? Because when you're the fucking guy that made this money, like when some stupid thing wearing some short shit comes up to you at the club, you're like, okay,
you can call her a slut in here, it's all good.
Yeah, well, whatever. You're like, okay, but what are you? Like your value, like when you're just some 25-year-old kid who hasn't done anything in your life and you see this hot girl, you're like, oh shit, like you feel lower than her. But when you've like fucking, done hard shit in your life, you spent hours in the gym, fucking running races and fucking building a business. You're like, I don't got time for some bullshit chick that thinks that shit. Like you literally think that you're at a higher level because you know that you are. Yeah. Or, and that's key, because then that's that whole framing. You're not faking a frame. It's your frame, because that's it. Because seriously, you don't have time for this shit.
I love it.